A review of 2020. For Hutton Rudby Dramsoc, the year 2020 was one of great importance, and we'd planned to give you plenty of shows to see. A murder mystery, panto, play, review, for this was our centenary year to celebrate with you. 100 years of song and dance, 100 years of laughter. To the few who started up the group and all those who came after, we wanted to pay tribute in the best way that we knew, with a programme wide and varied, to show what we can do. Our panto, Sleeping Beauty, started off the year, brightening those dark winter nights with evenings of good cheer. The audiences loved it, as did crew and cast. What a start to celebrations! What a shame it didn't last. Now straight on to rehearsals for review we gaily laughed. Sketches written, songs decided, dancers choreographed. The show must go on, how apt a title. But what we didn't know was that just around the corner lay an unexpected blow. From out of Wuhan, China, a newscast reached our ears of an illness that was spreading, no respecter of frontiers. In stealth it travelled round the world, creeping ever nearer. We listened daily to the news as things were getting clearer. Would we have to pull the plug, abandoning the show? Too soon to say. Let's keep rehearsing and just see how things go. At worst, we'll just delay the date and push it back a bit. We like to be professional, and when you think of it, we've only stopped shows once before, and that was World War II. Surely we can just keep on through a little bout of flu. But little did we know that this was a new bug on the scene, a rampant little virus with the name COVID-19. As Boris gave his briefings from number 10 each night, realisation was dawning that a lockdown was in sight. Rehearsal stopped. We stayed at home. We washed our hands and then we WhatsApped, FaceTimed, met on Zoom and washed our hands again. Stay home, stay safe, save lives, they cried. Protect the NHS. We missed our friends and family, although I must confess a little part of some of us quite liked the peace and quiet. We overate, we drank too much, and, well, bang went the diet. We reluctantly accepted that the stage was not to be. The plans that we had thought secure had gone. If only we could come up with another way of putting on a show. I wonder... What if, or maybe, the ideas began to flow. We would embrace technology and move the show online. With Mikey on the technicals, we knew we would be fine for audio and visuals. We just needed a plot, a story to engage the mind, and that's just what we got. In June, we had an email from our lifelong member, Jill, to say she'd come up with a plan that just might fit the bill. 2 online murder mysteries to entertain us all. We'd film alone at home, on phones, instead of in the hall. 3 suspects, 1 inspector, to help us solve the crime. Let Him Eat Cake, our first production made to see online. The audiences followed it, watched closely day by day, listening keenly for the clues as the suspects had their say. This was followed then in August by Still Waters. Who could know that the village held such wicked folk? It only goes to show that you never know what hides beneath a kind and friendly face. So trust your friends and neighbours, but be wary just in case. With the R number dropping, the restrictions started easing. Eat out to help out, go to work. And we found it rather pleasing to see each other face to face, although 6 feet apart. We gave each other virtual hugs, but at least it was a start. Until, with cases spiking, wearing masks became the norm. With local lockdowns here and there, the rule of 6 was born, and then the tier system. Were we 1 or 2 or 3? Things were ever changing, as confusing as could be. With the second lockdown looming, Kate stepped up to the plate with intertwining monologues that offered up a great alternative perspective from various points of view of lockdown lives we recognised. Which one affected you? The isolated student? The anxious, stressed or fraught? The one who'd lost a friend? Or the person who felt caught in a life no longer truly theirs? Each one provoked reflection on how we play the hand we're dealt with our own unique perception. Our thoughts then turned to Christmas and the coming panto season. We couldn't be on stage, but we could offer, within reason, some festive cheer to raise a smile. But panto? No, how could we? Then up popped Jill. "I've written one," she said, "and soon you'll all see it's really quite traditional. A baddie, dame and fairy, 2 fools, a twit, a boy and girl. I've called it Mary Mary. What's more, I've had another thought for a Christmas poem and song to go online on Christmas Eve. I promise it's not too long." Online auditions came and went. The scripts were emailed out. The wardrobe ladies did their thing, and they knew all about coronavirus guidelines for cast costume collection, which worked a treat, so organised, no risk of an infection. Online rehearsals started. We planned filming in the hall. Then Boris changed the rules again. Oh, would we get this done at all? In true thespian spirit, we rethought on our feet and flexed our plans. We'd film at home or outside on the street. We zoomed our dress rehearsal. A new production date was set. 3rd time lucky and fingers crossed we'll film this panto yet. A 5-day Christmas easing of restrictions was now planned. 3 households in a bubble could meet across the land. Then the virus, it mutated, and with infections running high, the bubbles burst, Tier 4 came in, and plans all went awry. No chance of filming now with the guidance that's in place, but sometime soon we'll get it done, so please, just watch this space. And that is where we leave it. The year over and done. Enough of 2020. Roll on 2021. With vaccines in the offing, we will get back on stage. It may take some time, but surely soon we leave the cage of the viral pandemic that stopped us in our track. To our audiences everywhere, we promise we'll be back. But until the doors are open, and the way ahead is clear, we'd like to wish each one of you a very happy New Year.